Have you ever woken up, felt completely drained, hit snooze a couple of times, and thought to yourself, why do I always feel like I'm behind before my day even starts? Imagine if you could wake up every single morning feeling energized, focused, and ready to conquer your day. What if I told you that the secret to changing your life could be as simple as changing your morning? That's right. The way you start your morning has a ripple effect that can transform your energy, your productivity, and even your happiness. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It all starts the night before. So many of us think mornings are all about what we do as soon as we open our eyes. But the truth is, the quality of your morning is determined by the quality of your evening. If you go to bed late, scrolling on your phone, stressed out, or thinking about everything you didn't get done today, your morning is already off to a rocky start. So step one is to create a bedtime routine that actually prepares your mind and body for a great start. I'm talking about winding down your devices at least an hour before bed, dimming the lights, and maybe even reading something uplifting or meditative. Your brain needs that time to shift gears, to stop overthinking, and to get ready for restorative sleep. And when you sleep better, you wake up better. Now, when it comes to mornings, the first hour after you wake up is absolutely critical. This is what I like to call your power hour. The habits you build in this window will set the tone for your entire day. And it doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, simplicity is the key. The first thing you should do is hydrate. Your body has been fasting overnight, and a glass of water, maybe with a squeeze of lemon, can literally wake up your metabolism and energize your system. Hydration alone can make a huge difference in how alert and focused you feel. Next, movement. You don't need to hit the gym for an hour or run 5 miles. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of gentle stretching, yoga, or body weight exercises can get your blood flowing, loosen up tight muscles, and release those feel-good endorphins. Movement in the morning signals to your brain that it's time to wake up and be alert. Your body loves routine, and when you consistently move in the morning, it starts to crave it. You'll feel stronger, more flexible, and way more awake than you ever expected. And here's something that's often overlooked: mindset. What you think about first thing in the morning has a huge impact on your mood and your productivity. Instead of immediately checking emails or scrolling social media, take a few minutes to focus on gratitude or positive intentions. Even just saying out loud, I am ready for today, I am capable, and I am grateful for these opportunities, can shift your energy dramatically. This small mental habit creates a psychological framework that influences every decision, interaction, and task you tackle throughout the day. Now let's talk nutrition. Breakfast has gotten a bad rap over the years, but it really is the fuel that powers your morning. And no, I'm not talking about a sugary pastry or a coffee with 3 pumps of syrup. I'm talking about real, nourishing food. Think protein, healthy fats, and fiber. Eggs with avocado, Greek yogurt with nuts and berries, or even a smoothie packed with greens, protein, and fruit. Fuel your body with quality nutrition, and you'll notice more consistent energy levels, better focus, and even improved mood. Skipping breakfast or eating poorly in the morning can leave you sluggish, irritable, and craving quick energy fixes later in the day. I want you to visualize this for a moment. Imagine waking up, fully rested, grabbing a glass of water, moving your body for 10 minutes, taking a moment for gratitude, and then fueling your body with nourishing food. How different would your day feel compared to waking up rushed, stressed, and starving? That's the difference a morning routine makes. It's not about perfection. It's about intentionality. Another habit that's incredibly powerful is journaling or planning your day. Just 5 minutes to write down your top priorities, goals, or even your feelings can provide clarity and direction. It's amazing how much mental space we free up when we get our thoughts out of our head and onto paper. And when you start your day with clarity, you're less reactive and more proactive. You're not just going through the motions, you're driving your day with purpose. But here's the real secret that most people miss: consistency. You don't need to do every single thing perfectly, and you don't need to follow a 5-step morning ritual just because someone else does it. The power comes from building small, sustainable habits that you repeat every single day. Even if you start with just one habit like drinking water first thing in the morning or stretching for 5 minutes and stick to it for 30 days, your life will begin to shift. And once you see that momentum, it becomes contagious. You start adding more habits, more routines, more intentional actions, and your mornings transform into something you genuinely look forward to. And here's something else. Your morning sets the tone not just for your productivity, but for your mindset and emotional resilience. When you start your day intentionally, you're less likely to be reactive to stress, less likely to procrastinate, and more likely to handle challenges with calm and focus. Your energy becomes magnetic. You'll notice people respond differently to you, opportunities present themselves more easily, and your overall sense of well-being skyrockets. I also want to talk about the role of the environment in your morning. Your surroundings affect your mood and productivity more than most people realize. Make your space inviting. Open the blinds and let in natural light. Play some gentle music that uplifts you. Keep your space clean and organized. A chaotic environment creates a chaotic mind, while a calm, intentional space fosters clarity, creativity, and focus. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but I'm not a morning person. And I get it. I really do. Changing your mornings isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about gradually rewiring your habits so that mornings start to work for you, not against you. Start small. Wake up 15 minutes earlier and do just one positive habit. Once that feels comfortable, add another. Before long, your morning transforms naturally, and so does your life. I want to give you a little insight into how this works from a science perspective. Morning routines anchor your circadian rhythm, which regulates your sleep-wake cycle, hormone production, and metabolism. When you wake up at a consistent time, expose yourself to light, move your body, and fuel it properly. You're literally optimizing your biology to perform at its best. These aren't just feel-good suggestions, they're evidence-based strategies that can improve energy, focus, and even long-term health outcomes. Let's talk about mental clarity. How often do we start our day bombarded by notifications, news, and emails? That flood of information can be overwhelming and set a negative tone before the day even begins. Instead, use your morning to create mental space. Silence notifications, take a few deep breaths, maybe even meditate for 5 to 10 minutes. This practice doesn't just calm your mind, it enhances focus, reduces stress, and primes your brain to tackle challenges with creativity and clarity. And here's an important mindset shift. Your morning isn't just about getting things done, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. Every choice you make in that first hour reflects how you want to feel and who you want to be. When you wake up intentionally, you're telling yourself, I deserve energy, focus, and joy. I'm going to take control of my day instead of letting it control me. That one mindset shift can be life-changing. You might be wondering, how do I stay motivated? Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. What sustains you is discipline and consistency. That's why building habits is so powerful. Habits automate your behavior. You don't have to rely on willpower alone. When you make intentional choices every morning, they become second nature. Over time, these small wins accumulate into massive results. Another piece of the puzzle is reflection. At the end of the day, take a few moments to reflect on what went well and what you can improve. Journaling at night is as powerful as journaling in the morning. It helps you close the day intentionally and sets you up for an even better morning tomorrow. This creates a feedback loop of growth, positivity, and continuous improvement. I also want to emphasize the importance of joy in your morning. It's easy to think that mornings are all about productivity, but don't forget to inject things that make you feel good. It could be listening to your favorite music, reading an inspiring quote, or enjoying a cup of tea in silence. Joy is a powerful motivator, and starting your day with it sets a tone of gratitude, abundance, and positivity. Let's talk about how this impacts health. A consistent morning routine improves digestion, metabolism, hormone balance, and mental health. Even small habits like stretching, drinking water, and eating a nutrient-dense breakfast can reduce stress, increase energy, and support longevity. Your body thrives on consistency, and the morning is the perfect opportunity to give it exactly what it needs. And remember, this is not a one-size-fits-all formula. Your morning routine should reflect your goals, your lifestyle, and what feels right for you. Some people need more movement, others need more mindfulness, some need quiet reflection, and others thrive on planning and goal setting. Experiment, find what works, and then protect it fiercely. Your morning is sacred. It's the foundation for everything else in your life. Here's the final thought I want to leave you with. Change doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen every day in small, consistent ways. When you wake up a little earlier, move your body, hydrate, focus your mind, nourish yourself, and approach your day intentionally, you are literally changing the trajectory of your life, one morning at a time. And over weeks, months, and years, these small actions compound into a life that's healthier, happier, and more fulfilling than you ever imagined. So today, I challenge you. Start tomorrow differently. Don't hit snooze, don't scroll, don't jump straight into obligations. Take just 30 minutes for yourself. Hydrate, move, set your intention, fuel your body. Feel the energy, the clarity, the power of starting your day intentionally. And I promise, if you commit to this consistently, your life will begin to change in ways you never thought possible. You have the power to transform your mornings, and in doing so, transform your life. One choice, one morning, one habit at a time. Change your morning, change your life. Have you ever noticed how your mornings can slip away before you even realize it? You wake up with the best intentions, maybe you plan to meditate, stretch, or have a quiet moment with a cup of tea, and then the next thing you know, your phone buzzes, your email notifications are piling up, or you find yourself scrolling social media without even thinking. Suddenly, your carefully planned morning is gone, and your day starts feeling chaotic, rushed, and unproductive. Protecting your morning from these distractions is one of the most powerful strategies you can use to create space for focus, purpose, and even a little joy before the world starts demanding everything from you. The first thing to understand is why distractions in the morning are so damaging. When you immediately reach for your phone or check your inbox, you're handing over the first hour of your day to someone else's priorities. You are allowing other people's emails, messages, and updates to set the tone for how you feel, what you focus on, and how you make decisions. You might think you're just checking, but every notification, every post, and every alert pulls your attention away from yourself. And attention is your most valuable resource. The way you start the morning literally dictates the mental energy, focus, and productivity you'll have for the rest of the day. It starts with awareness. Most people aren't even aware of how much time they spend in these early distractions. A quick scroll can turn into 30 minutes or more, and before you know it, you've missed the chance to do something intentional. Protecting your morning requires recognizing that these distractions are optional. They are not a necessity. You don't have to check social media or emails the moment you wake up. You can make a conscious choice to delay them. That simple decision alone creates a mental shift that allows you to reclaim your morning for yourself. One of the most effective ways to protect your morning is to physically remove distractions. Charge your phone in another room, turn off notifications overnight, or use an app that limits access during certain hours. This isn't about avoiding technology entirely. It's about controlling it so that it serves you instead of controlling you. When your environment supports your intention, it's much easier to stick with the habits that create focus and purpose. Even moving your phone just a few feet away from your bed can make a huge difference. Suddenly, you're not reaching for it unconsciously, you're choosing when to engage. Another powerful tool is establishing a deliberate morning routine before any technology enters your life. This can include stretching, deep breathing, journaling, or even a short meditation. The key is to engage your body and mind in ways that are restorative and energizing. When you start your day with intention, you build momentum. Your brain begins to associate mornings with clarity and focus rather than distraction and stress. These early actions are like setting the foundation for the entire day, creating a structure that allows you to handle tasks more effectively and respond to challenges with calm rather than reaction. The next step is mental preparation. Setting intentions for the day is crucial. Take a few minutes to think about what you want to accomplish, how you want to feel, and what your priorities are. Write them down if you can. This doesn't have to be complicated. A simple note like, "Today I will focus on health, creativity, and patience," can anchor your day. By defining your priorities before you dive into emails or social media, you create a mental shield that keeps distractions from hijacking your energy. You know what matters, so you can respond to new information intentionally rather than reactively. We also need to consider the psychological effects of early distractions. Social media, news, and emails are designed to trigger our brains. Likes, shares, and notifications stimulate dopamine, creating a feedback loop that keeps you hooked. Starting your day in this cycle can make you anxious, distracted, or even frustrated before your morning has begun. By protecting your first hour, you are breaking that loop and allowing your brain to engage in more meaningful, deliberate activities. You are reclaiming your mental space and creating the conditions for higher focus and creativity. Physical movement is another powerful ally when it comes to morning focus. Whether it's stretching, yoga, or a short body weight routine, moving your body in the morning has multiple benefits. It increases blood flow, energizes your muscles, and releases endorphins that boost mood and mental clarity. When your body feels activated and alive, you're less likely to reach for distractions out of boredom or habit. You are present in your own body, which naturally reduces the desire to get lost in the endless scroll of notifications or updates. Movement and mindfulness together create a protective bubble around your morning, ensuring it remains intentional and productive. Let's talk about nutrition because it also plays a huge role in sustaining focus and energy. Starting the day with a nourishing breakfast, rich in protein, healthy fats, and fiber, stabilizes blood sugar and helps prevent energy crashes that can lead to impulsive distraction-seeking behavior. When your body is fueled well, your mind can operate with clarity and attention. You are less likely to mindlessly reach for your phone and more likely to invest your morning in activities that create long-term benefits. Even a simple smoothie, eggs, or oatmeal with nuts and fruit can be transformative when paired with intentional morning habits. Mindset is equally critical. Begin your day with gratitude, positive affirmations, or a short meditation. These practices train your brain to notice opportunities rather than obstacles, to feel abundance rather than scarcity, and to act intentionally rather than reactively. The energy you cultivate in the first moments of your day sets the tone for every interaction, decision, and task that follows. Distractions like social media or emails often pull you into comparison, judgment, or reactive thinking. Protecting your morning ensures your mindset is aligned with your highest priorities and values before external influences take over. Now, let's consider the impact on productivity. When you give yourself the first hour free from distractions, you create a mental clarity that allows you to accomplish more in less time. Studies have shown that early morning focus, before the demands of the day start piling up, leads to higher creativity, better problem solving, and more effective decision making. By guarding your morning, you are investing in your ability to be productive and deliberate. You're not just checking tasks off a list, you're moving forward with purpose. Another strategy to protect your morning is to establish boundaries with others. Let family members or roommates know that you need uninterrupted time for the first hour or so of your day. This creates a clear signal that your morning is sacred. Communicate your needs, and you'll find that people respect your time more than you might expect. Boundaries are essential for maintaining focus and preventing your attention from being pulled in multiple directions before you've even begun your day. It's also essential to create a visually and physically calming morning environment. Declutter your space, open the blinds, and allow natural light to fill the room. The environment you wake up in can either support your intention for focus or feed distraction. A clean, bright, and organized space reduces cognitive load and creates a sense of control and peace. Combine this with intentional habits, and you've created a morning that fuels purpose and creativity rather than reactive chaos. One more factor is the idea of intentional exposure to information. Instead of letting your brain be bombarded by the constant stream of emails, notifications, and posts, choose what information you consume and when. Maybe you dedicate specific times later in the morning or afternoon to check your email and social media. This not only protects your focus, but also reduces stress and decision fatigue. You're not reacting to every ping or alert. You're engaging intentionally, which improves productivity and mental well-being. The power of journaling can't be overstated. Writing down your goals, thoughts, or priorities first thing in the morning helps you solidify your focus and clarify your purpose. Even just a few minutes of writing can anchor your attention, making it easier to resist distractions. Journaling transforms mental noise into actionable insight, which keeps your day aligned with your intentions rather than constantly reacting to external stimuli. Let's explore how protecting your morning affects long-term habits. When you consistently start your day without distractions, you're reinforcing the habit of intentional living. This small, repeated behavior strengthens self-discipline, focus, and self-respect. Your morning becomes a microcosm of the life you want to create, one driven by purpose, clarity, and deliberate choices rather than reactive habits. Over time, this creates profound changes in productivity, mindset, and overall life satisfaction. It's also important to recognize the emotional benefits. Starting the day without distractions reduces stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. You are giving yourself the gift of calm before the day's demands arrive. This emotional foundation allows you to respond to challenges with equanimity rather than reacting impulsively or feeling frazzled. Protecting your morning gives you control over your emotional state, which has cascading effects throughout the day. Sleep habits play a big role in your ability to protect your morning. Going to bed at a consistent time and ensuring high-quality sleep makes waking up easier and reduces the temptation to reach for distractions out of fatigue. When your body is well-rested, your mind is sharper, your energy is higher, and your focus is more sustainable. Sleep and morning habits work together synergistically to create a state where distraction is less appealing and intentional action is more natural. Another critical piece is the timing of your morning activities. Research shows that your brain is often at its peak focus in the early hours after waking. By reserving this window for intentional, distraction-free activities, you maximize mental clarity and creativity. Whether it's planning your day, exercising, reading, or meditating, using this high-functioning window wisely sets you up for exponential gains in productivity and well-being. Protecting your morning also allows you to cultivate deeper self-awareness. Without the constant bombardment of notifications and outside input, you can connect with your own thoughts, feelings, and intentions. This quiet self-reflection enhances decision-making, emotional regulation, and personal growth. You become more attuned to what you truly want and less reactive to external pressures or societal expectations. We also can't ignore the role of technology design. Apps and social media platforms are intentionally engineered to capture your attention. They are designed to keep you scrolling endlessly. By setting boundaries in the morning, you're consciously deciding to prioritize your life over someone else's algorithm. You reclaim agency, which is empowering and sets the stage for a more intentional day. Consistency is key. The more you protect your morning from distractions, the more your brain and body begin to expect it. Morning habits, once formed, become automatic. You don't have to rely solely on willpower. Your environment and routine reinforce the behavior. This automation of intentional action is a powerful way to build long-term productivity, focus, and personal growth. Even small wins matter. Maybe you start by protecting just 15 minutes in the morning from distractions. That alone can provide clarity and a sense of accomplishment. Once that becomes habitual, you can expand the protected time and add more focused activities like journaling, meditation, or reading. Small, incremental changes compound over time, resulting in a morning routine that feels natural, energizing, and aligned with your life goals. Mental clarity, emotional stability, and physical energy all improve when you start your day without distractions. This triad is essential for creating purpose and focus. You can make better decisions, respond calmly to challenges, and move through your day with intention rather than reacting to every ping or notification. Your life begins to reflect the quality of your mornings, and that creates a ripple effect across every area: work, relationships, health, and personal growth.